Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about making a digital material palette using Procreate. We are going to explore different textures and show you how to create them super quickly. You can use these in presentations or for spicing up your interior design sketches. Stick around till the end because we have got a bunch of tips and tricks for making your sketches look oh so realistic. Whether you are an architect, interior designer, product designer, or just looking to level up your skills, this one's for you. So without further ado, let's get started. So now I have created a new layer, and be sure to grab a color palette that features various shades of your wooden slat texture. Now I have chosen the rectangular selection tool. Next, let's create a long slender rectangle shape on the blank canvas. Make sure it mimics the appearance of a stretched out rectangle. Once that's done, select a brown shade from your color palette and simply fill the rectangle selection with the chosen color. Afterwards, opt for a slightly deeper hue of the same color within your palette. Grab the flat brush pen and begin shading the edges of your rectangle. In the middle, go for a lighter tint. Our goal here is to mimic the grainy texture of a wooden board. To add that extra touch of realism, apply multiple layers of various brown shades to create that raised or embossed effect on this rectangle. Now let's select the Narinder pencil with the lightest shade of brown from the color palette. Let's start creating random wavy lines on the embossed rectangle. We had first created the background and now we are making the grains to give it a natural look. Don't restrict your lines, guys. Let it be very much free flowing so that it doesn't look very artificial. Next, navigate to the column containing the rectangle layer, swipe left and opt for the duplicate function to make a copy. Then select the move tool represented by the arrow icon above, and you'll notice a snapping option below. Within the snapping options, choose magnetic option to ensure that the objects you're moving align with the other object rather than moving randomly. Now return to the layers tab. Pinch both these rectangle layers together to group them into a single object. So you just have to repeat the same process again, you guys. Left swipe into the layers button, select the duplicate button and select the move button. Place the objects accordingly. Go back to the layers tab and pinch them into one and keep repeating the same process until you get a certain thickness of this wooden slat up to a thickness that you want. Next, create a new layer and position it below the wooden slat layer in the layers column. Then select the selection tool to create a rectangular outline around the wooden slat you previously created. Opt for the darkest brown color and fill the selection with it. It's important to ensure that this new layer remains situated beneath the wooden slat layer to achieve this effect. Take the selection tool, rectangular select, and then create a new layer. And from the color wheel you can select the lightest gray and fill in the selection. So now we are going to create a marble material, and always ensure that you alpha lock that particular layer so that it becomes very easy for you. Like we did the grains for the wooden slat, we need to do the grains for the marble as well. So let's select the Narinder pencil, select a darker version of gray and start making these random wavy lines. Again, don't restrict your lines, you guys make it as natural as possible. You can also keep a reference image next to you to observe the grains of marble. The grains of wood and marble slightly differs, as you can see here. So after drawing the greens, select the soft brush tool, reduce its size and start shading along with the direction of the greens, just here and there, just like how I'm doing here. So after you're done with the shading, let's select the smudge tool and let's smudge the sharp shaded lines just to make it smooth. Right now it is very sharp, the ones that we did using the soft brush. So once we use the smudge tool and smudge all the shaded lines, it becomes really soft and it becomes more natural. So after you're done with the smudge tool, let's select the Narinder pencil, select the white color and let's start drawing with the wavy lines again on top of the smudged areas. So you don't have to exactly follow the smudged lines. You can slightly vary here and there. You can use the tint of dark yellow, or it's called mustard yellow, and also bright yellow to give that golden effect. Finally, to finish it off, let's select the flat brush pen and select the white color. With a very light pressure, let's add the shine to this marble. Just add diagonal and vertical lines, and that is it guys, you're almost done with the marble effect. To generate a tile-like texture, begin by creating a rectangular selection and filling it with the color of your preference on a new layer. I have opted a green color in this example. Once you have applied the color, use the freehand selection tool to carefully outline the rectangle such that you're rounding off all the sharp edges. After making the selection, select the invert option below so that it selects the opposite area and then erase the excess fill. This process will result in a beveled effect. In a similar manner to what we did to achieve the wooden slat texture, we will replicate the same process here. Begin by selecting the current layer, duplicating it, and enabling the magnetic snapping option to accurately position the object. Then merge the two layers into a single one. After creating a complete block of tiles, pick various shades of green from the color palette and using the flat brush pen, proceed to paint random tiles. So each tile can be of a different shade of green. So this gives the impression of a diverse collection of glossy green tiles. You must have seen this type of tiles being used in modular kitchens, bathrooms, etc. It just gives that luxury effect, you guys. Next, select the soft brush tool and using a white color, apply shading to the centers of each tile to create a shining effect. Choose the white color and with the Narinder pencil, let's start to draw lines at the corners of each tile to add some depth. While this step is not absolutely necessary, I personally find it greatly enhances the definition of the tiles. Step is to use the soft brush pen and with the white color just shade the corners of each tile. This process adds depth, shine and an embossed appearance to each individual tile. This particular texture happens to be one of my favorites. Let's create a carpet texture. Begin by making a rectangular selection and filling it with a light gray color. This texture is one of the easiest of them all, you guys. So here I have chosen the Abby's furry writing brush, but I downloaded this a long time back. So right now unfortunately I can't provide the exact link to the set, but I can direct you to a different brush set with similar patterns. I really apologize for this inconvenience. Now select a darker grey color, adjust the brush to a medium size and begin drawing randomly. Use a combination of dark grey, medium grey and white to generate a soft and cozy carpet texture. Guys, if you find that I'm going too fast, don't hesitate to pause and carefully follow the instructions. It's absolutely okay if you don't get it the first try. Keep practicing and I assure you that you'll improve over time. Trust me, it's all about practice. Now we are moving on to a stunning glass vase in black. I'll be fast forwarding through this part of the video since the process can get a bit intricate. However, if you'd like a dedicated tutorial for creating a beautiful glass vase, please leave a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to prepare an exciting and easy tutorial specifically for this in the near future. If I were to explain the process in detail right now, the video might become quite lengthy, but for the time being, let's skip this step. Of course, you can still try to pause and attempt to create it on your own if you're up for the challenge. In a new layer, I have started to sketch a suspended light fixture using the Narinder pencil. You have several options for the shape, such as an elongated cylinder, an inverted bowl, a semi-circle, or a bell shape similar to mine. With the freehand selection tool, I'm carefully choosing only the upper part of the light. It's important to maintain the selection tool active to prevent color to bleed when we start coloring. With the Copic marker, now we'll start to apply the colors in the direction of the light's shape, using various shades of yellow from dark to light, along with white to achieve a golden metallic effect. Now let's create a rectangular selection about the light and fill it with yellow. This is the suspension of the light. We'll apply the same coloring technique as we did for the light using the Copic marker. Now let's select the lower portion of the light and fill it with a creamish whitish shade so that it becomes the bulb of the light. Select the soft brush pen and with a light grey color, let's start to shade on one side of this bulb, creating a sense of depth. With that, we have completed the suspended light fixture. Utilize the Move tool to select each layer and arrange the materials accordingly. Ensure that the larger or elongated blocks of materials are positioned in the background, while the smaller blocks and individual items are placed in the foreground. Now, using a rectangular selection, let's select around one of the material blocks, and in a new layer, let's select a black color and color drop it. In the layer section, just take the black block and move it below the material of your selection. With the move tool, slightly offset it beneath the material so that you can see it and it looks like a shadow. This is not it. Let's next go to the effects panel and you will get the Gaussian blur option. Select that and with your pen, glide your pen towards the right so that the black block becomes blurry. Let me demonstrate it to you on the marble effect now. Select rectangular around the material and in a new block, fill it with the black color and move that layer beneath the material and offset it slightly, and with the Gaussian blur, just glide your pen on the screen towards the right and you can see that blurry effect. For the green tile, I first need to make a background to it because now you can see it has a transparency in the gaps. So I'm going to choose white and give it a background first so that it exactly look like a tile block. I'm pinching it into one to make it into a single layer, and now I'm repeating the process again. In a new layer, fill it in black, move that layer beneath the layer of your material and offset it slightly. Choose the Gaussian blur, glide your pen towards the right on the screen. You got it. Now for the carpet, I'm opting for a free hand selection tool instead of a rectangle because we can see that its finish is not as sharp as the other material. So we are just making it wavy with respect to the outer shape of the carpet, filling it with the black, moving it beneath the layer and offsetting it. Use the Gaussian blur, glide your pen towards the right, and there you've got a beautiful shadow effect. For the vase, we already have the shadow created. Now I'm going to pinch the shadow layer and the material layer together so that it is more organized. And now for the suspended light, I have chosen the soft brush tool and reduce the brush size and just start to shade slightly around the light to give it that shadow effect. And using the smudge tool, smudge it. There you go guys, a beautiful material palette. So you can also choose different materials. Just let me know if I have to come up with any other materials that you have in mind, and also if I have to come up with a tutorial for the glass vase. Just comment down below your thoughts on this. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something new today. If you did, then please make sure to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video, and until then, always keep smiling because it reduces a lot of stress.